They didn't disappear. They left. The movie The Shining. The Shining doesn't become terrifying when the family arrives at the hotel. It becomes terrifying when the hotel empties. The Overlook is meant to be full of people, staff, guests, noise, routine. But once winter begins, everyone leaves. And the building doesn't feel abandoned. It feels attentive. The silence isn't peaceful. It's expectant. Jack Torrance is hired to watch the hotel through winter, to maintain it, to keep it company. But the hotel doesn't need maintaining. It needs audience. Jack doesn't descend into madness because something attacks him. He unravels because there's no one left to interrupt him. The corridors remember laughter. The ballroom remembers music. The rooms remember guests. And when the crowds are gone, those memories don't fade. They sharpen. The horror here isn't isolation. It's being alone inside a place that remembers what people used to be. But what if the place wasn't just empty? What if it was already damaged? The movie Session 9. In Session 9, the asylum has been closed for decades. Everyone left long ago, but the building hasn't moved on. A cleanup crew enters Danvers State Hospital. Empty corridors filled with peeling paint, dust, and recorded voices. No patients, no staff, no order. They are there to remove asbestos. A week-long job, nothing more. But the building resists being touched. What makes this disturbing isn't a sudden scare. It's that the building still feels occupied. Not by people, but by unresolved damage. The crew finds old therapy tapes, session recordings of a patient named Mary Hoops. Her voice plays in empty rooms. And as they work, the men begin to fracture. Paranoia, aggression, delusion. The horror doesn't begin with possession. It begins when men are left alone with a space that reflects their fractures back at them. The asylum doesn't need to be haunted. It just needs to be empty long enough for people to project their damage onto it. When everyone leaves, what remains isn't peace, it's exposure. But what if no one ever really saw what happened in the first place? The movie Lake Mungo. Lake Mungo is quiet even when people are present. But its horror deepens when the house empties. The Palmer family is grieving. Their daughter, Alice, drowned. Rooms stay intact. Belongings remain. Life feels paused. The family leaves, returns, and leaves again. But something lingers. Not a threat, a presence shaped by absence. They find footage. Alice recorded herself at Lake Mungo before she died. In the video, she encounters something, her own ghost. She saw herself dead before it happened. The fear here isn't in what appears. disappears. It's in what's missing. A daughter is gone, yet her outline still exists in the space she once occupied. The house doesn't become haunted after she dies. It reveals that she was already haunted while alive. And the family only notices once she is no longer there to distract them. In this kind of horror, leaving doesn't end the story. It creates it. But what if the place was never meant to be empty at all? Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's takes place after business hours. The crowds are gone. The lights are off. The building should be harmless. Instead, it becomes hostile. Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza is a children's restaurant. During the day, the animatronics perform, sing songs, serve pizza, entertain kids. At night, they move. The animatronics don't move during the day. They move when no one is watching. You're a security guard, watching cameras, conserving power, hoping the doors hold. The horror doesn't come from what they do. It comes from when they do it. The rules only change once the building is empty. During operating hours, they are entertainment. After closing, they are predators. Safety exists only while people are present. When everyone leaves, the environment reveals its real behavior. The building doesn't transform. It just stops pretending. But what if nothing hostile ever appears at all? The game Gone Home. In Gone Home, there is no enemy, no monster, no threat. Just a house after everyone has left. You return home after a year abroad. June 7th, 1995. Your family should be here, but the house is empty. Lights are off. Rooms are silent. The structure waits. Notes are scattered. Your sister's journal entries. Your parents' letters. Clues to where everyone went. But you're alone. The tension comes from expectation. Every sound feels important because no one is there to dismiss it. Thunder outside. Creaking floors. A TV left on. The horror begins when you realize the house doesn't explain itself. It only records what people left behind. Your sister was struggling. Your parents were distant. The family was fracturing. And you weren't there to see it. And in that silence, the mind fills the gaps. The house isn't haunted, but the absence of your family makes it feel like it is. But what if an entire world emptied out at once? The game Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is built entirely around absence. No bodies. No chaos. No explanation. Just a village where everyone disappeared at the same time. You walk through Yankton Valley, a small English village. June 1984. Cars remained parked. Homes stay unlocked. Meals were never finished. Radios still play. Phones ring with no one to answer. Laundry hangs on lines. The horror isn't what happens. It's that life stopped mid-sentence. You follow light trails, echoes of people's final moments, conversations frozen in time. A mother looking for her child, a scientist trying to contain something, a priest questioning his faith. The world didn't collapse, it was abandoned. And walking through it feels less like exploration and more like trespassing. You're not supposed to be here. Not like this. In this kind of horror, emptiness isn't a setting, it's the event. The rapture didn't destroy the village, it removed everyone. And what remains is worse than ruins. It's a world still functioning with no one left to live in it. Which of these unsettled you the most? The place that became dangerous, or the one that was simply left behind? Let me know in the comment section.